Hey everyone, today's video starts out in Lake Mead, but we're going to end up somewhere completely different. Now, about Lake Mead, if you've been watching the news lately, you've heard about the situation of the water level receding to historic lows and to dire levels. Well, it's definitely no joke. As of June 7th, the water level has declined to 29%, meaning that the lake is only 29% full. Now, this is the lowest it's ever been since it was first filled up in the 1930s. And Lake Mead has 6 official boat launches. However, as of right now, and this is mid-June, there is only one boat launch open, which is Hemingway Harbor, which is where I'm at now. Now, the other boat launches that have closed down are Colville Bay, Echo Bay, Boulder Harbor, Temple Bar, and South Cove. And even though Hemingway Harbor is open, they do not allow any boats that are over 24 feet long to launch from here. So we're gonna walk down and just take a quick look at what this boat launch looks like now over the years since the water has receded. Wow, this is so totally crazy to think that this was the water line in 2021. I mean, that's only a year ago, and look at how much further out the water is. Well, there's a lot of danger signs here. Launch at your own risk, low water levels. Wow, and you can see how much further back the water has receded. And all of this last year in 2021 was underwater as well. And look, it is all exposed now. So if this is the first time watching one of my videos, my name is Liz, and I live in Henderson, Nevada, which is located right next to Lake Mead and the Lake Mead Recreational area. I am very much aware of the dire situation that Lake Mead is going through as far as the drops in the water levels. However, this video is not a doom and gloom video. This video is to show you that there is an alternative to Lake Mead right here in Nevada. So if you're looking for a spot to launch your boat where you don't have long wait times, you can rent boats, you can lay on the beach with your family. There's even some rooms for rent there, and just have a really nice time. There is a place that is just 1 hour south of Las Vegas. So let's hop on to 95 and head down towards Searchlight, Nevada. So we've made it down to the city of Searchlight, and like I said, it's just a short drive from Las Vegas. We are still in Nevada. This is a town that's so small that if you blink, you would miss it, except for the 25-mile-per-hour speed limit, which really hangs a lot of people up. In fact, cops will pull you over if you don't follow this speed limit. But there is a school nearby, so it is that limit for a reason. Now, Searchlight met its heyday many years ago. This town is about 125 years old, and it had several years of gold mining. It had a good run, but even then, in its heyday, its population was like 1,500 people. Today, the population is less than 500, maybe around 400 people or so. But the reason why I'm stopping by here is because we're going to be making a turnoff here to our final destination for the alternative to Lake Mead for water fun and great boating. And before I go on with the rest of this video, if you like this content, go ahead and hit subscribe. And if you think someone else might enjoy it, go ahead and share it with them as well, as it really helps my YouTube channel out. And before we get to the water, we're going to stop in and get something to eat. There is a Denny's here. It looks like it is a combination Denny's and Terrible's Roadhouse. So I believe it's a casino and a Denny's together. All right, everybody, and we are ready to head over to Cottonwood Cove Marina, which is on the Nevada side of Lake Mohave. And as you can see, it is only 14 miles away from Searchlight. This is really exciting. So let's get going. And then when you come to the Cottonwood Cove Street, you're going to turn east, or head east, I should say, towards the marina. Once you pass the residential area of Searchlight, it immediately opens up into an expansive and barely inhabited desert. And cell phone coverage may be spotty. Keep heading east and you'll once again enter the Lake Mead recreational area, and you'll have the same exact fees as Lake Mead. Cottonwood Cove has camping available, and I'll put a link in the description below if you're interested in camping. On our drive-in, we passed what I believe is called the upper campground, and it looked unmaintained and decrepit. We saw signs for another campground, which is past Trailer Village. Trailer Village is a mobile home park, and the trailers are privately owned. Back in 2021, the space rent was $450 per month, so who knows what they are today. Heading down towards the lower campground closer to the beach, there are lots of cars, probably people set up on the beach already. Cottonwood Cove, these are by reservation only. I mean, this one has more greenery here, like it looks like maybe these plants are watered, I'm not sure. The restroom looks pretty clean and not boarded up. This one looks like it might be an active campground. I wonder how far back that goes. Well, from this campground, you do have a pretty view of the lake and the marina. They all have fire pits, so I'm assuming that this is an active campground. And here we are at the boat launches. It is a Sunday afternoon. There are not too many people that are launching their boats right now. It's probably because they got an early start, like smart people, and launched them already. But some interesting facts about Lake Mohave is that this lake is typically about 98% full. And when you compare Lake Mead to only being 29% full, that's really sad, you guys. Again, we're at Lake Mohave on the Nevada side at Cottonwood Bay. Lake is always about 98% full, except for certain times of the year, like October through January. They intentionally drop the water levels, and I'll tell you why in a moment. But when they drop the water levels, it drops it down about 10 feet, and they said that they have already prepared for this 10 feet drop in water. The reason why they drop the water level in the winter is to collect the larva of an endangered fish called the razorback sucker. They collect the larva and raise the fish in hatcheries to protect it from being eaten by the aggressive striper bass that love to snack on them. Also, there are no boat size restrictions on this lake compared to Lake Mead. There is also the Cottonwood Cove Motel with its own private sandy beach for motel guests only, not open to the public. There is also a pretty good-sized souvenir store that also has all the small snacks and drinks and miscellaneous items you could need without having to leave the resort to go find them. And before we get into the water, a few other things to note. There is an RV park and campground here. You can also rent 50 to 70-foot houseboats, fishing boats, tri-toons, pontoons, ski boats, canoes, single and tandem kayaks, and even paddle boards. I've put their website in the description below so you can check out everything that Cottonwood Cove has to offer. Then the adventure starts on the windy and beautiful blue and clear waters of Lake Mohave, which is located between two dams. Hoover Dam is to the north and Davis Dam is to the south. The shoreline is such that there are hundreds of little coves where you can pull your boat over, anchor, and enjoy your own private beach. And it's definitely a place that you can spend all day. Alright, so we are in one of the coves, one of the numerous hundreds of coves over in Lake Mohave. The water is, I don't know what the temperature is, but it is so warm. And there's really not a lot of boats out today. Now, when we compare it to Catherine's Landing, which is a marina on the Arizona side of Lake Mohave, Catherine's Landing is packed with boaters. I mean, it takes a long time to launch your boat from there also. You know, people get grouchy in line, honking horns, cussing, all that kind of stuff. But I would really encourage you, if you've never come to Cottonwood Cove before, you guys gotta come out here and try it at least one time. And thank you for watching, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If so, hit subscribe. And as usual, I will see you again soon.